Ayurbavan. Can you say Ayurbavan? That's how you greet someone in Sinhalese, spoken in Sri Lanka. Welcome to Patrika's Little Star Cafe. Facts that are fast, fun, and keep you happy. Today is Monday, September 6, 2021. And here are today's matters for chatter. Number 1. Sri Lanka has just declared a state of emergency as it gets hit by a food crisis. That's right, after a continued downfall of the economy since more than a year due to the pandemic, Sri Lanka is now suffering with a food crisis as well. Prices of normal food items like rice and sugar have increased drastically and have made people stand in long queues for hours just to get their basic needs. This is a look into how the pandemic has changed lives around us in not just health and financial terms, but in overall sense. Number 2, India has just become the world's third largest unicorn ecosystem. If someone wonders unicorns exist, on the top is the USA, followed by China and then India. But what is a unicorn ecosystem? As magical as it sounds, a unicorn in business terms is referred to a startup company that has a value of over $1 billion. India has over 9,000 of such startups like Zomato, Paytm, etc. that have crossed this benchmark and have become model unicorn companies. Being the third largest unicorn ecosystem in the world, it gives the small startups motivation of how supportive the Indian market is towards entrepreneurs and creative ideas. Do you have an innovative idea? Now would be a good time to believe in it and get it going. Number 3. Tuna is a widely consumed fish all over the world, but with continued fishing and high demands for this fish, it was almost at the brink of extinction. Yeah, that's right. But fortunately, after more than a decade of conservation efforts, the tuna population is finally bouncing back. This is a really good news for our marine ecosystem. And while this is a cause for celebration, pressures on marine life are continuing to grow in today's world. Let's hope that continued efforts can bring back all the lost ecosystems, just like tuna. And now for today's Mega Matter. Have you ever wondered how things are manufactured in big factories? From a small chocolate to big cranes, everything is manufactured somewhere. And this manufacturing requires a lot of energy. This high energy consumption is always harmful to the environment. Not only does this consumption use our non-renewable resources, but it also produces a lot of pollution, which is why Sweden has just produced the world's first fossil-free steel. This is a big feat as steel production is done on a massive scale where it requires energy for machinery, extraction, welding, and almost everything in between. The steel was instead made using hydrogen breakthrough iron-making technology, which uses 100% fossil-free hydrogen instead of coal. This is an example of how, with growing technology, we can completely move towards a greener way of manufacturing, and this is thankfully just the beginning. Today's word of the day is benchmark, which means something you measure up against. And finally, for today's quote of the day, the only reason for time is so that everything doesn't happen at once. That's a quote by Albert Einstein. Thank you for listening, and do send us your questions and comments via WhatsApp, or you can email us at diptyanti@gmail.com. Take care, lots of love, Dipti Auntie. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, do you know how loved you are?